Oh shit.
A
Here we
thousand
go
single women
again.
showed up to a church singles event, and only like 20, 30 men showed up. See, I tried to let y'all slide on roasting y'all when I saw you bitches was going on that Pop the Balloon show. I tried to let you slide, but see this is when I got something to say. And bitch, y'all full of cap. Y'all full of shit. All the shit that y'all get on here talking is for the internet. It's not how you feel in real life. See, in real life, you bitches actually want a man. But you get on the internet and cap for one another because you don't want nobody to know that you want a man, because you don't want to be called a pick me. You don't want to be called male centered. You don't want to be called this. You don't want to be called that. And that's why you bitches lose. You fail every time you try to cap for the internet. See me, bitch? Oh, I want a man. Any bitch know me or tell you Nay has always wanted a man. Male centered bitch, you call me whatever you want to call me. Because one thing about my man, he paying all my motherfucking bills, baby. All of them. Not some, not a couple, all of them. So, bitch, you damn skippy, I'm male centered, and I'm gonna stay male centered. Because one thing about you, fishy, pussy smelling bitches, y'all ain't gonna fucking pay my bills. So, what the fuck I look like worried about what y'all think?
Okay, y'all, I'm so serious right now.
Here, I say again, she need a man. I feel like we need each other though. At the same time, bro, guys are waking up, bro. Nobody's simping for these females no more. Guys are like, nah, I'd rather be single than simp for females. Cause guys are waking up, man. They're waking up, and her saying that she needs a man. Ah, yeah, bro. Keep knitting one. Cause a lot of guys are understanding game now. They're understanding the system, and these female that are trying to be independent, they're trying to like I'm independent, yada yada. That's some bullshit, bro. Nobody give a fuck about your independence. Nobody give a fuck about how much money you make. Because at the end of the day, females that make more money, they're always gonna date up. Females that are independent, they want to settle down with an independent nigga. And at the same time, those independent niggas, they don't give a fuck. They don't care about your money, bro. We are providers. If I'm gonna provide, I'm gonna provide.
How are y'all dating in this day and age? Like, I'm not ready to put myself back out there, but if I were,
Mm.
I've done the dating apps. Like, I did Bumble a couple times, and I met great people that I'm actually still friends with to this day.
To this day.
But I just feel like the dating apps are more of like a hookup situation for most people. I know that there's like,
Of course, bro. Of course. If you guys been ever on dating apps, bro, what goes through your mind when you're on dating app? It's smashing these hands, bro. It's smashing these girls. You're on the I'm not on a dating app to date you. I'm on a dating app to date you and smash you and move to the next one. You feel me? Like it's I know there are people that have made on dating app and they settle forever. Good for them. And at the same time, dating apps were made to for hookup culture. It's more of a hookup culture thing. But what are your thoughts on it, bro? I've never like where I'm from, bro. We don't do dating apps, bro. You pull up on a hand, face to face, in real life, bro, and just handle it that way, bro. If she say no, up next to the next one, bro.
Another one.
What am I doing?
one in a million. My sister being one of them who met her dude. He was the only guy that she swiped on, and they went on a first date. It went great. They just kept going on dates, and now they're married and have a baby. Like, I know that there are success stories from dating apps, but I feel like the majority of people that are on it aren't really serious about finding a life partner.
Just on a
So I'm just
smash.
curious,
Just on a smash, bro.
where are you finding your people to date? Because I really just know that Facebook Messenger is not it. Please do not message me on there ever, ever. Like, if I didn't share my daily devotionals on Facebook, I would have deleted the app by now, for real. I joined a gym last summer, and was just kind of looking around while I was working out. Most of the dudes had rings on, which is cool. But like, I'm serious, where are you guys meeting people to date? Because don't really get out of the house that much. I don't drink anymore, so I don't really go to the bars. It is Friday night, and I just went to the grocery store. So, anyway. Sometimes Kroger does have some cute guys, but again, most of them are married. So, anyway, where are y'all finding your godly men? Let a sister know. I love y'all.
All right, I'm gonna.
Hey, chat, chat in the comments, bro. Tell her where you guys are, so she finds your niggas. Like, where do she's looking for guys like you, bro? If you're single, bro, just comment in the comments where she can find you, bro. Cause goddamn, that's desperation, bro.
Get straight to this. I want a partner.
Right.
I want to find a husband. I want to find a partner.
Of course.
I am ready. I've prayed on it and I've done all the work, all the self-growth. I have invested in myself to become the best woman.
Mind you, this is after her whole face, though. This is after her whole face, bro. This is after her being ran through by Pookie and Rere. This is after her being ran through by niggas in high school. This is her being ran through by niggas in university and college, bro. Now she have done the healing. Now she have went back to church. She prayed that her body can't go back to zero. Now she's looking for a man to settle down with.
The best version, the best partner, the best future wife. And the problem now is, where are those men? Right? Can't find.
Those guys are probably happily married, bro. Those guys they found a good one.
them on social media. I mean, some women do. I have not. Dating apps are terrible. I go to church, but I don't meet no one at church. I work from home, so I don't step out a lot. Where are they? Are they in the US? Are they in another country? What do we do? Us women that are ready. We're ready to commit. I've done the job. I'm just waiting up. And it sucks. And I know other girls feel this.
I don't know about y'all, but I need my man. And I think that's why y'all don't believe in marriage, or y'all don't want marriage anymore, because y'all don't need y'all haven't met a man.
If you look carefully, these women, they're all older, they're all in their 30s, they're all in their late 20s if they're young. But if you can tell, bro, she's properly in her mid 30s. These are now they want the man. Now they need a man.
What you need. I need mine. Yeah, it's not just a want. I don't just lust him, desire him, and want him. I need him. I absolutely know that he is assigned to me. He is my purpose partner. And when you have that understanding, you just don't talk to that type of man any type of way. That's why you need to make sure when you get married that you're actually aligned. This ain't just about a good time and throwing me around the bedroom and paying some bills, baby. Are you assigned to the kingdom purpose that's on my life? Yeah, when you meet that man, you talk a little different.
I want a man who understands me, who understands my journey, who understands my pain, my hurt, my frustration, my grind, my emotions. I want a man who listens. I want a man who sees. I want a man who understands me as a woman, who understands cry help without the cry. I want a man who understands my plead without the plead.
And sees those men, they don't exist anymore. Those men are about to go extinct. You're talking about the Sims there, bro. You're talking about the sucker. You're talking about the nice guys. You're talking about the fool. The guy that don't understand game, the guy that get played all the time. Those girls are becoming fewer and fewer.
I want a man who understands my need for defense mechanism. I want a man who says, I got you no matter what. I want a man who says, I'm going to protect you no matter what. I want a man who says, regardless of what you've been through, regardless of what you're chasing, I'm going to have your back 110%. I want a man who's willing to be my man through every aspect of me, my life, and my journey. I want a man who is God-fearing, a man who is placed here because of God, to show me things that I've never seen before, to help lead me in ways that I didn't think was possible. I want a man.
She's looking for Captain Save a Hoe.
Oh, hell yeah.
Captain Save a Hoe, bro. She's looking for that type of nigga. Bro, if you had Captain Saver in the comments, bro, what are your thoughts on this? Will you settle down with her? Like, generally, man, no trolling shit. Guys are done. Guys are waking up. Guys are like, bro, all that internet bullshit, like, I need a man who can mechanism, whatever she was saying. Bro, she's talking about the Sims. She's talking about a sucker. She's talking about a fool. Because mind you, this is a fine girl. She should be married by now, but she's not. That's why I see like girls have options. She'd probably have guys in her DM simping for her, and she's out here recording a TikTok video saying she needs a man. Why she can literally just choose from her DMs, bro. She can choose from a lot of niggas, bro. And I feel like for female, all this is one thing I learned. Female, she can do whatever you want, go anywhere, have whatever. And then all she need to do if you want to if you want to get married, just go back to your hometown, sis. There's that one guy that I've always had a crush on you ever since you were kids. There is always that guy that is still waiting for you. Just go home, go to your hometown, and then there's always that one guy that you friend zone back in the days that is still willing to settle down with you, that is still willing to marry you. These girls being independent and crying on TikTok, bro, just go back to your hometown, bro. You'll find that one guy. That's my thoughts on it.
And to be a man meant for me.
They're drafting women now for war. Okay, let it be known when the feminist movement was happening, I didn't support it. Because not a day, and you can screenshot this, send to the Times, baby, not a day did I support and want equal rights with men. No, I have always wanted more rights. Okay? Favoritism, sprinkle, sprinkle. So the only army I'm serving in is the Lord's. Thank you, amen.
It's okay if you don't know what you're doing or you don't know the right path or you don't know if the decision you're making is right. I really believe you should be seeking God in every single decision. And even if you're not sure, that's okay, because if something isn't for you, no matter how much you try to make it work, God will literally put the biggest roadblock in front of you. So don't be so scared if you're like taking a risk with something or someone, because at the end of the day, if something isn't for you, he will show you. But then again, it's your choice if you take it. And if you need God to show you, just ask him to slap it in your face, because sometimes we are a bit oblivious. And but I really believe if it's yours, it will come, and nothing can stop it. No matter how fast you try to run, it's gonna be there. He's gonna be like, hello, your thing that you're trying to run away from is right there, babe.
So my husband told me that he's just really on a search for peace right now. And, you know, he just feels like being away from me and the family is what's helping him to stay at peace. And he just cannot be around me. This is something that your spouse has said. I need you to understand, number one, that what they are feeling, what they are seeking is a counterfeit peace. And number two, they are not trying to find peace. They are actually running from shame. Because of course you feel at peace when you're running from the very thing that's going to hold you accountable. When you feel shame and guilt, it's very heavy, and you don't want to be around the very thing that makes you feel those things. And this is not to justify what they're doing, because it's not okay. But I need you to understand that if we know God is the God of peace, and we know that it's only through God that we obtain everlasting peace, if we know the Bible says that the wicked does not have any peace, and I'm not saying that your spouse is wicked, if we know those things to be true, how is it that you can come into agreement with the idea that your spouse being away from you, being away from the covenant that God has given him, is actually giving them peace? You have to ask yourself, what holds more weight, the word of God or the word of my husband, who has fallen short, who is separate from Christ, who is walking in his flesh and not being led by the Spirit? There is nobody on earth, there is no man or woman on earth that is more powerful than God, whose words hold more power and weight than God. Once you have the understanding that it is God who approves you and not your spouse, you will be able to see straight through what your spouse is saying. You will be able to put down your carnal understanding and your carnal mind and pick up things in the Spirit. You'll be able to see the truth of what's going on, which is seeing things through the perspective of God. So if you are struggling with pulling your identity out of your spouse, where everything they do, everything they say defines who you are, and you allow it to define who you are, DM me the word ready, and I'll send you a link to hop on a one-on-one call with me so I can give you practical ways on how to strengthen your identity in Christ.
I did not know that the feminists...
Okay, what are your thoughts on that, chat? What are your thoughts? Let's look at the comments real quick, man. What the actual fuck, bro? Okay, the boys are saying, hold the line, gentlemen, hold the line. Hold the line. The mission is nearly complete. What that means is that, bro, keep doing what you did. Don't sing for these females, bro. Don't be the guy that 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 saves these hoes, bro. Don't save them. I need a man now is equal to I need my bills paid. She needs somebody to pay her bills, dog. She needs somebody to pay her deals, her mortgage, and all that, bro. Let me try putting these here. Uh, yeah, it is very difficult to find a good man for a future divorce nowadays. Where have all the future ex-husband gone? Interesting. Uh, all I hear is me, 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 me. I want, I want, I want. They are not asking themselves what they can offer in return. Interesting. I stopped going to church years ago. No place for a single man. I do not want someone ex-wife. And ooh, I do not want someone ex-wife and raise his kids, bro. Church is full of multiple church is full of single women, bro, with kids, a lot of kids. Remember, women had 20 years to speak up against the men hatred, and they didn't. Makes sense though. The divorce attorney men have to get actual jobs. Good. If you hear the word partner, run the other way. My partner, my partner, my partner, my partner. Women, especially Christian women, really need to stop saying partner. We are not partners. Eh, we are not partners. Like, bro, it would be your birthday or some shit. Then she'd be like, my partner, happy birthday, my partner. I'm like, what you mean by that? What you mean by that? They need a sponsorship, not a relationship. That's crazy. Uh, girls with nose piercing and tattoos are wondering where the men are. They are staying away from you, sweetheart. There's a bunch of single women everywhere. They are common. The world is full of billions of street walkers wanting the good man. Uh, yeah, man. I thought church was only a place of worship, not meeting or courting. I want. It's all about me, 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 me. It's the crazy me too, me, me shit, bro. These females are all going about. All I'm hearing is me, 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 me.
Rhetoric had gotten so bad, like it's so far gone to the point where it has convinced you ladies that motherhood is not even worth doing. Wow, that's crazy. Do y'all know it's women out here who can't even fucking have kids? It's women out here who's like literally at the church altar praying on their knees every day to bear a child.
This is a thing I also heard from Andrew Tate. He was speaking about like it's a blessing for a woman to give birth. It's a blessing for women to have kids. And now they, because of feminism, they're choosing not to. They're choosing to be, independent boss bitches instead of having kids, instead of raising a family. And I'm like, bro, as she's saying, like there are women that cannot do that. They are praying to God to give birth. They are praying, and some of these females have the privilege. They have the potential. They have the capability of giving birth. You know, but they chose not to because they want to be, feminism. They want to do this. Want to go the corporate role, which is okay, but you're wasting you know a gift of God. That's your birthright to to reproduce, to bring kids into this world. There's nothing more wholesome, more heartwarming than you being a grandmother or an older lady and having grandchildren, multiple grandchildren, having your kids, seeing your kids grow and all that, like raising your grandkids, all that, playing in the, having a garden, spending time with your family. I feel like that's wholesome, bro. Having grandkids, you know, bringing the next generation on this planet, you know, being part of, creating a humanity, like being part of that. That's wholesome, bro. I don't know why females are choosing feminism over, having kids.
But then you have women in the same world who have opted out because they say, "Oh, it's a sacrifice. I don't want to give up this and give up that." Like, we weren't put here to live for ourselves, right? Like, this is insane. Feminism done fucked y'all up. It's, ooh boy.
Nobody's approaching you, nobody's talking to you, nobody's asking you on dates, nobody even looks at you, and they're not going to, because you have standards and you're not going to fold easily. I'm starting to realize that maybe, just maybe, all the girls that are talked to, asked out, they just have different standards than you. They're just willing to fold a lot quicker than you. They're just willing to go with whatever that man says more than you. And when you have standards, and when you have God in your life, or when you know your worth, let me tell you, most men who don't even recognize that, who are not going to abide by that, who don't respect that, will not speak to you. It is loud. You can see it on your skin. You can see it on your body language. You can see it in how you speak. And that's why they will not approach you, because they're like, I got to come correct if I'm going to talk to her. So if you feel bad, the fact that you feel like people don't ask you out, people don't flirt with you, people don't give you attention, especially men.
This is cope. This is cope.
Remember this, the ones that they're giving attention to is the ones that they know they can take. The ones that they know that they can take advantage of. The ones that they know that are easy. The ones that they know that don't know their worth. Or
No, bro. It's not even about that. Not even about that, bro. We check a girl and be like, nah. Not the fact that we think you're better than us. No. The fact that we know that, bro. Bro, no. I know what comes with having you. Hectic dramas, bullshit. And you may say, nah, because I look expensive. That's also a valid reason. I'd be like, bro, she looks expensive. God damn, hell no. Because she can spend all my money, use me. Bro, as a guy, bro, if you don't want to be used, just be useless. Be useless. Now they'll start making cope videos like this. And she want niggas to sing for her. She want a guy that she can play used, toast around. Hell nah, nigga, hell no.
are not in a healing journey. Those are the ones that are just not where you are. You've worked way too hard to be easy. You've worked way too hard for just anybody and everybody to be coming at you. You've worked way too hard for you to rely on a man talking to you for you to know your worth. Do not fold. Do not fold easily, because you did not easily get here. And just be comfortable the fact that not everybody is going to talk to you, because not everybody is worth your time, and they know it.
This might piss some people off, but I just want to take a moment and say, thank goodness that so many of us are waking up to the fact that modern day feminism is a literal scam meant to disconnect.
Even female that say feminism is a scam, bro. It is a scam meant to disconnect and separate and isolate women from one another.
And separate and isolate women from one another. And not only from one another, but from the natural ways of living. Like, this shit literally goes against nature. Modern day feminism says that women should be out in the workforce working 40+ hour weeks while their children stay at home with a caretaker, that they immediately get put in the school system from age 5 and stay until they're 18, if not older if they go to college. And that while women have 4 phases of their cycle that give them extremely different hormone levels and energy levels, that they should be doing the exact same routine every day, every week, and every month. I'm sorry, but fuck that. Like, I am down for the boss babe shit. I am building 2 businesses right now. I think women should be running their own empires if that's what they want. But it can be done the feminine way. Women are meant to be provided for so they can stay home and take care of their children and be the actual parent to their child.
They're supposed to rest during their moon cycle. They're supposed to frolic around naked and connect to their bodies and connect to the earth and be the caretaker. They're not meant to be in hustle all the time. They're not meant to be in doing mode all the time. We're meant to be. And we're meant to be in community, surrounded by other women, letting them support our children as well. Being in community vibes is essential. And what does modern day feminism do? Separates us from that as well, turns women against each other as competitors instead of allies, and makes us work until we're too tired to function, amongst so many other tragic things. So if you're still stuck in that modern day feminism trap, let me just tell you that you deserve to be rich, you deserve to be your own boss, you deserve to do all of the things a man does too, but there is a unique way that you're meant to do it that is separate on a physiological and biological level from how a man is supposed to do it. And learning to embrace that is learning to embrace your true nature.
Constantly amazed how many women think
She's cooking church. She's speaking on the fact that I was speaking about earlier, but for me, I was speaking about some caveman shit. I was speaking about some, hair being here, just staying in a cave, But all that comes to say that she's right to the fact that women need providers. She can be the boss bitch at the same time. She can also like start her own, not the corporate world, not the workforce. She can start her own business, work from home, look after the kids, and then all you do is provide for her. Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense. I'm down with that. If a bitch can make her own money, why am I calling her bitches? If a woman can make her own money and stay home, look after the kids, and I'm also working on a construction or some engineering workforce, and I'm also getting to the money, and yeah, that's wholesome, bro. Instead of her also being the same work as me, like now we are competing. Now we are like, bro, who's gonna take care of the kids? The caretakers, and from there they go to the school system. It's like it's a trap, bro. It's a trap. Feminism has failed families.
feminism is a good thing. Women have been so lied to. Feminism was created to separate families. We valued our sense of independence so much that it took away our strong sense of family unit. Kids are being raised by government childcare. Women are working just as many hours as the men are, but are still expected to go home and take care of their children. It's a 24/7 job to be a woman living in America. This isn't the American dream. The American dream is living off of one income, the man provides, and we depend on them. The American dream would be women taking care of themselves, the home, their children, their husband. Women are meant to be gardening, cooking good food, nurturing the ones that they love. That's when women get a strong sense of self, and when they're in their true feminine energy, that's when they thrive. You cannot convince me that women were meant to work a 9-to-5 job just like a man is. You see other women being taken care of. Maybe they're cooking, they're taking care of the children, and they're being there present. And you think, wow, I would love that. When a woman is in her soft feminine era, she thrives. And that's what any woman wants. Society has brainwashed us to think independence is a good thing, when in reality, it just breaks families apart. Now, don't get me wrong, I think feminism can be a good thing, but I just feel like it shouldn't have come at the cost of losing the family unit. Nobody has a strong sense of family, and why is that? I would strongly suggest that feminism, independence, been girl bossing a little too hard, took away the strong urgency of having a family.
Masculine men don't want to.
You heard it from herself, bro. You heard it from the horse's mouth itself. That's facts, though. Feminism is breaking families. Yeah, let's get into the video.
Marry feminists, and here's why. Feminist women think that they're equal to men, so they also want to be in charge of the relationship. The problem with this is that you can't have two people leading.
Right.
You can't do this job 50-50.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work. And a feminist woman will never be okay with the man leading and her having to submit to his leadership. They think that this is oppression. They want to lead because they want power and control in the relationship. These women criticize their man, they mock him, they don't support him, and they emasculate the man by getting him to also submit to feminism with the equal partner's mindset. They also question his competence instead of trusting him to lead. This is how majority of women disrespect their man, and ironically, these are all the things that feminists do in relationships.
You know, a long time ago, y'all, I used to be a strong, independent woman. But now, I need somebody. I need my significant other. I don't care what y'all say, I need him. A lot of y'all be like, I don't need nobody and all that. No. I need him. I sure do. I need him. I need him to be the man. I need him to be a man to help me take care of these kids. I need my other half. He's my other half. I hope
whoever this get by whoever For You page I come on, I hope you have a man that you truly can love and that can show you a different side of love. Like, I hope you find a man that can lead you the right way. I hope you find a man that you allow to be a man and put his foot down. I hope that you find a man that can lead the household. Yeah. Well, you ain't gotta say nothing. You get your ass in there and all you doing is cooking, cleaning. That's really what you doing. You know? You ain't really got no worries or nothing. You ain't gotta worry about, oh, is the bills gonna be paid? I hope you find that type of man. Because, baby, me, I need my man. I'm just go ahead and tell y'all that now. I'm gonna go ahead and log out. Thank you.
Ladies, I have a serious.
What are your thoughts in the comments, bro? What are your thoughts of female needing man, desperate for man, crying for man, loneliness, sexless, not being touched? What are your thoughts in the comments, boys? Why is it a bad thing to say I need a man?
Serious question. Serious question. I want to know, why is it a bad thing for a woman to say she needs her?
I feel, in my opinion, I feel like, bro, you don't need a man. In the sense that you got a lot of options. Females be giving options. And I'm like saying, bro, you can just go through your DMs or go back to your hometown, bro. There's always that one guy that you rejected. Back in the days, bro, there's always, I'm tired of repeating myself at this point, bro. There's always, and there's always that guy that don't respect himself. that will set up with the guy that rejected him 7 times. That will set up with a girl that is saving another man's kids. That will set up with a guy that have been divorced by 5 niggas. That will set it down with a guy that will settle down with a girl that have been ran through in college. There's always that one guy, bro. And the aim of this channel is just to say that you shouldn't be that guy. You shouldn't be the simp. You shouldn't be the sucker in the relationship. You shouldn't be the fool. Let's get back into the video.
My man. Like, for a woman to say, I need my man, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like people make her feel like she has no identity. She's less than a person because she needs her man. And not any man. She needs her husband. Because think about this, right? When things happen in your life, if you say you're single and you out here saying, I don't need no man, or you with a man and you say, I don't need no man, but things happen, say your car breaks down, you need a man to come help you, right? That happens, right? Your car breaks down, you need a man to come tow it. I need that man to do it, but I don't need my husband. I don't need my partner. That to me is like, what's wrong with that? Like, I don't get it. Now, of course, we understand, like, it's the difference of needing him and wanting him. But I do need, if you believe in marriage and you understand the value of marriage, understand the value of a husband, like he understands the value of a wife, you understand what it means to truly need your man, like a good man. But I want you to tell me that, like, why is it such a bad thing to say you need your man? Like, why is that wrong?
I cannot imagine having to go through this time in the world, this dark time, without my husband. Ladies, if you don't want the fate of growing old alone, you are in competition with women who actually love and respect men, inherently. That's your competition. And you may say, well, I don't want the kind of men that would require a woman to love and respect him. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Just open your eyes. Look, it's going to take years probably for you to undo the
Feminism brainwashing will leave you alone, and your competition is women who actually value men. Females, you can hear that, right? Feminism is leaving these females alone, single, desperate, and needy for men. Because they don't respect men. They want to be equal to men. They want to be like the boss bitch. At the same time, you can't date your competition, lady. If you're competing with me, bro, we can't be together, bro. Because now you are the ops.
brainwashing that the feminist agenda has done on you through college education, through media, but you can do it. I believe in you. Because your competition for men your age is women your age, right? And these women love and respect men. Okay, that's all.
As a man, you cannot say that you value purity and then turn around and put a woman in a position where she's having to tell you no multiple times, where she's having to more or less fight you to protect hers. That's a failure on your end to uphold your own principles. It's the same way with lust. A lot of guys will claim to value modesty and then turn around and like and support and encourage promiscuous content on the internet. What I see over and over again is men are just deferring the responsibility to uphold these principles, these virtues onto women because they can't control their own desire. And I've seen this firsthand. You know, I've been on dates with guys who tell me that they like girls with low body counts, like girls who aren't very promiscuous, tell me to my face that they respect me and yet ask me for sexual favors. It's just very hypocritical, you know? It's publicly saying one thing and then behind closed doors acting completely different. And some women will do this too. They'll say they hate when men use women for their bodies and then turn around and use men for their money, or see no problem with using men for their money. I think at the end of the day, using another human being as a means to an end is wrong, and if you think it's wrong, you shouldn't do it. I'm not making this video to make anyone feel bad or call anyone out. I want to encourage everyone to practice what they preach. I'm telling you right now, you'll be happier with yourself, but by doing so, you will hopefully attract the things you want, you know, align yourself with the things that you want.
I don't give a fuck about my reputation as a Muslim woman. I spent my whole life being what they said a good Muslim woman should be. I never partied, I never smoked, I never drank, I never took my hijab off, I never touched a man outside of marriage, I never had a rebellious phase, I never listened to music, I never whatever. I was the definition of what they say a good Muslim woman should be. And yet, when I try to expose a horny dawah bro for sliding into my DMs, the Muslim community tried to rip me apart and destroy my reputation. And that was the biggest wake-up call to me. That was the moment I realized this idea of our reputation is a tool, it's a construct used to control women. As Muslim women, we are heavily taught that our worth lies in how we are perceived, and that one little mistake, one mishap can destroy us forever. But let's look around. Muslim men can do the very things that we are warned against. They can lie, they can cheat, they can have a past of clubbing and sleeping around and smoking and drinking and
Yo, Muslim brothers, what are your thoughts on this, bro? I had a Muslim guy commenting in the other video about church females. What are your thoughts on this, bro? What are your thoughts on this?
have secret wives, secret families, and yet their reputation remains intact. What does that tell us? It tells us that this idea of our reputation is not about morality, it's about control. As a Muslim woman, your reputation can be destroyed for simply being a woman with full autonomy, which means it was never real to begin with. So stop living for how you are perceived to others, because the moment you stop living for their perception is when you can actually just live freely.
Older women are telling younger women not to get married. So I'm on the phone with my grandma, right? We had a conversation, probably almost 3 hours. Within this conversation, me and my grandma talked about everything. We talked about sex. We talked about marriage. We talked about the world. We talked about God. We talked about parenting. We talked about a lot. We talked about some things that happened in her childhood. Like we really had a heart-to-heart conversation, right? And a lot of the times, if you know me, I say that my grandma is one of the dumbest, sweetest persons I know. And not that she's like mentally dumb, but she was dumb for a man, right? And within that, we was talking about just like marriage. And she said, you will see people in the congregation. My grandma is very religious. She love God. You ask her for advice, you gonna get godly advice, okay? And she also Jehovah's Witness. And she said in the congregation, this is what I've noticed over the years that I've been a Jehovah's Witness, right? She said, men will remarry within a year after their wife pass away, and a woman will never get remarried when her husband pass away. She said typically that's how it goes, especially if they're older. And I said, well, why do you think that is? And she said, because the men typically don't ever realize that they caused that woman pain, right? And she said the woman don't want to remarry because she finally gets her
freedom back. And she don't ever want to lose that again. Huh. I said, well, okay. Well, that's kind of how we see it nowadays, though, Grandma. Like, we don't see a benefit from having a man around, really, because it causes stress and stuff like that. And she said, oh, absolutely. So when the older women start telling younger women it ain't worth it, you know that it was never good even back then.
Don't shoot the messenger. Feminism told y'all be strong, independent, and alone. And y'all followed it to the grave. Y'all push all the good men away, call submission slavery, and think being difficult is cute. Now y'all 35 and tired, looking around like, oh, where the good men at? Sis, they moved on. Real men want peace, not problems in a lace front and a loud voice. Feminism sold y'all freedom, but they didn't mention the price. Loneliness.
Ladies, you want to know who men used to go to war for? Because it was sure as heck.
Damn. I feel like I learned a lot about feminism in this video. I didn't know much about feminism, bro. That ass. Like, so that's what feminism tell these bitches? Oh man, stop calling men bitches, nigga. Okay, so that's what feminism tell women. Okay, I'm taking notes. I'm taking mental notes together. And the one that was speaking about like, yeah, independent women. Yeah, guys want peace, bro. Guys want peace. That's the whole mission. That's the whole point. And you can be whatever, but if you're not giving me peace, bro, it's not even worth it, bro.
Not the feminists. Men used to go to war for the wives that they had at home. Ready? The wives that cooked them dinner, the wives that made their house a home, the wives that made peace from their work, that were their peace from their work, that were the place that they could go to relax, to have a reprieve, to be happy. That's who men used to go to war for, not the ladies that were in competition with them. The ladies that they had at home were their peace, they were their happy place. And those men back then, they would do everything for that woman. Society has lost it somewhere along the way, but I can sure as heck tell you that they did not go to war for the feminists.
Yeah, that was a video. Shout out to Gentleman's Club for that video, man. Like, subscribe. What are your thoughts in the comments, bro? It's your boy Figo, and I'm out, nigga.